To Voice of the People 90.3 FM. This is a political spotlight. Yes, on the political spotlight, we delve into issues across Nigeria's political landscape. No sentiments, just basically Nigeria's political strategy. My name is Esther Wachukwu. Welcome to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And obviously, welcome to the political spotlight. We do this audio visual, so you can join us actually virtually via YouTube. We're currently streaming this program live. If you want to virtually be part of the conversation, where you can start off by contributing what you think you know as to how the conversation progresses. We'd like to know your thoughts. So it's at VOP 903 FM on YouTube. Today is going to be a very interesting day. Trust me, but let me start off with the conversation this evening. I actually find it to be quite compellingly amazing considering the political landscape. Basically, remember I said it's just politics. We're not looking at any other thing. And we want to see how those political permutations will work out. We already know that this is the season already for politics and campaigns have begun. There are prayers that hopefully National Assembly would not say that based on the electoral reform that elections should hold in November, because some political parties never even decide which they want to. They never kickstart. They never even decide which one will be their candidate. They don't even know anything. Right now, they are still discussing and deliberating. The only party that is certain on the course they're heading to and whom their presidential candidate is the All Progressives Congress. I don't know if that is going to be a win for them or if this is just going to be a quick, immediate pass for Tinubu in 2027 if political parties are not yet ready. Well, President Tinubu has departed Nigeria for Turkey. He actually departed. He's visiting to the Republic of Turkey. The visit is aimed at strengthening the existing cordial relations between the two countries and exploring further areas of cooperation in security, education, social development, innovation, and aviation. I told you the other day that President travels to market Nigeria and bring in investment opportunities. It's not up to a week. The president returned and now he's going to Turkey. He's going to be departing Abuja precisely tomorrow. That's if he has not even departed, because sometimes when the president returns, he may have returned a day or two before we are told he has returned. So there is a possibility that he has already departed, or maybe after last minute engagement, he'll be departing for Turkey tomorrow. And obviously, it was Bayo Nanuga who confirmed it via his official X handle. And obviously, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who is a Turkish president, paid an official visit to Nigeria from October 19 to 20 in 2021. That was the last time the Turkey president visited. So the president is to visit both countries. He will engage in strategic political and diplomatic discussions on shared values in finance, communication, trade, and investment. The agenda will include meetings between high-ranking officials of both nations and the signing of memorandum of understanding in scientific research, energy, technical cooperation, media and communications, military cooperation, and protocol, amongst others. Meanwhile, Sunday Igboho is set to return home. He is no longer in exile. The Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, is expected to return to Nigeria from exile, obviously following the support of key traditional rulers who pushed for his freedom, full freedom and reintegration. His spokesperson, Olayomi Koiki, disclosed that the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Ladoja, and the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi Ojaja II, played instrumental roles in securing Igboho's clearance to return home. Koiki said the intervention of the monarchs and other stakeholders in the southwest helped clear the way for Igboho's homecoming, though no specific date has been announced. And the Nigerian said, when will the monarchs in Igbo land secure and see how they can secure the release for Nnamdi Kanu from detention in Sokoto? Well, you see how elders play a huge role. We do know that there have been communications and talks since for the return of Sunday Igboho for a very long time from exile, and it feels like it's actually been meted out. So something is a positive outlook. Now, a chieftain of the African Democratic Congress in Benue State, Enejo Michael, has accused President Tinubu of deliberately engineering the crisis rocking opposition political parties ahead of the 2027 elections. Michael, who spoke with journalists on Saturday, allegedly disclosed that Tinubu-led administration had adopted a strategy aimed at weakening opposition parties to force defections into the ruling All Progressives Congress. The ADC chieftain further alleged that the internal disagreement disagreements troubling the ADC were not accidental, but part of a broader plot to destabilize the opposition coalition. I'm sorry. It's funny because APC don't suffer. Any wahala is APC. Anything not Tinubu. So I want to play this to you because I've been saying this. If the opposition don't get themselves together, obviously they'll say the problem is APC. I'm still wondering how the ADC up till now have not decided who their presidential candidate or their VP is. Whether you're adopting a consensus or you're going direct. When are you slated for your primaries? The Obedience and the Articulates have been bickering up and down. It's been more than 2 or 3 weeks ever since Obi integrated fully into the coalition, into the ADC. And the Obedience there are saying it's the turn of the South. You need to zone it. It is Obi as a major flag bearer or nothing. And then the Articulates, who obviously are very good with politics, so, they've always campaigned over and over, said that's not how it works. We want to do something different this time. We are going to go through things in a democratic manner. You cannot be saying that a particular candidate is the one, if not that person, that you're not going to show support, that it will morally debilitate others who also are ambitious, who also feel that if we do an open primary, anybody who emerges will actually, will go along with the person. And so we are saying it's not proper that you guys are adopting this approach. However, let's take a listen to the spokesperson of the ADC, and that is Bolaji Abdullahi, obviously saying that this is a major issue. It's actually a major concern currently in the ADC. No one has settled, and already the Articulates are saying, you know what, please, there are other very viable candidates. I don't know why you people are putting on one person. And Mechi has been on the ground consolidating, meeting with people, so you'll be so shocked and surprised the big wigs who Amechi has had supposedly, talks with and what he has conceded to. So everyone should work. That's what they're saying. Everybody should go about and work, and don't force anyone to say Obi or nothing, and that alliances are very important. So we're going to be taking a listen to Bolaji Abdullahi's reaction to that, and then we'll understand, is it that some certain persons don't understand political strategy? That's one. Two, why is the ADC not going with the zoning? And if they decide they want something different, why now? Three, are they really ready to unseat Tinubu in 2027? You now have 29 governors already in the All Progressives Congress. It's almost like there is no more opposition. You can actually term it a one-party system. However, let's take a listen to Bolaji Abdullahi today.
Positions about this. The blunt truth is that if the election is held in November this year, it could work both ways. For the ruling party, straightforward. They don't have to worry about who their candidate will be because they already have their candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. For us, it's going to be a bit tricky because, like we have repeatedly maintained, there are two options open to us. The best case scenario is that we'll be able to engineer a consensus. Now, engineering a consensus means that we'll be able to produce an individual that all of us will agree that this is going to be our flag bearer. Now, that is going to just be the start of the beginning of the task. Agreeing that one person will be the flag bearer of the party, the candidate of the party, is just the start. Those other people that also aspired for the same position, how do we get them to remain committed to the party, and not only committed to the party, committed to the cause of what we are trying to do? You'll agree with me that in politics this is a bit complicated, but I'm confident from what I've seen, from the conversations that I've had with these individual leaders, from their body language and what they are saying, regardless of what followers and supporters are saying, they are open to conversations. They are, because like I said earlier, they are aware perhaps more than the rest of us of what is at stake. But the most important thing is that, is it possible for us to do this within the short time that we have left? and still be able to avoid a bruising primary. As an opposition party, we can hardly afford to for a bruising primaries that would deplete our individual resources and collective resources and still be able to fight an election within a short month. This government has everything. They have all the money in their hands. They have all the institutions under control. Do we have sufficient time to fight primaries and still be able to heal wounds and bind wounds and get everybody sustained in a way that will be able to mobilize Nigerians? Like I said earlier, the only thing working for us is that Nigerians are fed up with the APC. So that's the challenge. If the election holds November, it's going to be tricky, and that's why we are opposed to it. But it has its own good side. The good side is that it also, if we are able to get a candidate ready by July, it means that the campaign is going to be brutally intense. It's going to be short. It's going to be intense. It means that you can concentrate your resources, your energy in a bursts rather than a marathon, as it were. So it's going to be an extremely short distance race, like a sprint, rather than a middle distance or a long distance race. So it has its pros and cons, but whatever happens, it's not within our control to decide when election was held. But what concerns us is that when the election does hold, how are we going to be in a position to fight, and are we going to be in a position to protect our votes and be in a position to collectively move forward from there? So, and that is why I will see this opportunity again to plead with those of us who are members here who may be aligned to one aspirant or another. The language of is either this person or nothing is a language that supports APC. Because when you say is this person or nothing, not a single one of the aspirants, whether it's Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, whether it's Peter Obi, whether it's Rotimi Amechi, whether it's whoever else, can by themselves win the election. It is not possible. It is not possible. So, but when we begin to speak language of it's either this person or nothing, we are alienating people that should work together to deliver victory. Getting a ticket means nothing. It's winning the election that matters. So when you have alienated and featured the platform before the election and created axis of grievances that's almost irreconcilable, because every single one of the potential aspirants are eminently qualified and capable to lead the country. But when we continue to say it's either this person or nothing, we are saying that the other people are not good enough. And when they are human beings as well. Forget that they are politicians and they are lawyers and obviously they are leaders, or they are human beings. So when I feel that the reason I didn't get it is because the supporters of one of my colleagues pushed for it in a way that denigrates me, then it makes reconciliation difficult. It makes healing difficult.
All right, so for a couple of you, if you've been on Twitter, Spaces, X, this has been the conversation. Some of the articulates are trying to see how they can bring the obedience together, educate them, tell them that, see, this is strategy. Let's see how we can work together. We're not heading anywhere. This argument is not helping the spirit of harmony in the party. We're supposed to be strategizing. You guys are giving leeway for the APC guys to plant ideas in your head. Is the APC guys are telling you that, oh, it's like this or nothing because it's a turn of the South, or the APC guys are the ones saying that Atiku is a serial campaigner. You guys want to hand over this country to another Fulani Janjaweed, as you know, as they're being termed and all whatnot. So again, it almost feels like, you know what, if you guys don't do it, then let Tinubu continue. After all, I'm outside the country. I don't reside in Nigeria. I'm only concerned about my country. But if you guys are not serious, then let things continue the way they are. After all, why am I bothering myself? But hey, politics actually has no sentiment. Politicians don't care. It's all about winning. Any strategy they would apply to win, they win it, and in the process they get monies in their pockets. A lot of them too want to save their businesses. One of such persons is Obi Cubana. Okay, so the City Boy movement, one of the campaign groups aligned with the interest of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has appointed popular hotelier and businessman Obinna Iyebu, also known as Obi Cubana, as its Southeast coordinator. The appointment was contained in a congratulatory flyer. Obviously, everyone saw it on Friday afternoon. The appointment of the popular hotelier, nightclub owner, and businessman is expected to add more bite to the 2027 campaign for re-election by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the Southeast. One of the main challengers to President Tinubu is Peter Obi of the Labour Party before and now in the ADC. And now, obviously, the person hails from Anambra State. Obi Cubana, just like Peter Obi, hails from Anambra State, and he is a newly appointed Southeast coordinator of the City Boy movement, Obinna Iyebu. So his appointment is expected to also appeal and broaden the support base of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu amongst young professionals and successful business owners in the Southeast, translating into more votes in the 2027 election. Some persons have made permutations that the support base that Peter Obi got in 2023 may not be like that. That a lot of things have changed, and that it may seem that even the Southeasterners that gave him some kind of overwhelming support, not all of them may be able to, because the APC has actually brokered into it. Only one state now that belongs to Labour Party, and that's Alex Oti, Abia State. The rest are all APC states. So basically, that's what a couple of people are saying. But hey, anyways, let's listen to my analyst this evening. And like I said, it's actually quite an interesting and engaging one. I have right here in the studio with me a very amazing and, I'll call him a politician as well, because he was with me here in 2023, but he was with a different political party. I don't know if he's still in that political party. Okay, he had his governorship candidate at the time, and that was our Accord Party. He brought his governorship candidate in 2023 then, where we were also preparing for the elections. But he's here. I think he belongs to another political party now. His name is Honorable Dele Oladeji. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Thanks
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, we wish you the same.
So what political party do you belong to now?
Yeah, we still remain same. I'm still in Accord Party.
But you're supporting APC?
No. We are not supporting. We are standing alone this year.
You're standing alone this year?
Yes, we are going all the way through.
Really?
Yes, sure.
Like for real?
For real.
You sure?
For real.
Because what happens sometimes, some of these political parties will say, okay, we're merging with this other political party to support the APC. Accord is going on its own.
Yes.
Is it because of Governor Adeleke?
Yeah, one thing is when we go into coalition, sometimes they are dependent on some factors that maybe arises or emerges during election.
Okay.
But as now we are going all through. Yeah, Governor Adeleke is another factor.
Yeah.
Because you can't deny it. It's like a lot of positive bonus to us in the party.
For you guys, yeah.
For the first time, we're having a sitting governor, and it's just a perfect match and a perfect marriage.
Okay.
We are a party of the people, and this man have a people-oriented policies and programs. So that have been a lot of boosting to our party, and then we are good to go.
Okay, that's good news. I was actually thinking that you were now the party had decided to vote support the All Progressives Congress. A couple of persons felt that it was too safe for Governor Adeleke to have joined the Accord Party and not the ADC. That maybe even the president is happy self that he joined the Accord Party instead of the ADC. Do you think that's what it is?
Normally is to the little I know, it wasn't only Accord that was on the table of Governor Adeleke. It was like 8 other parties. I don't want to mention names. Okay. But for a city governor to walk into a party, just didn't wake up and walk into the party. There were a lot of homework, permutations, strategies, and I even realized there's like 6 sons that work on that project.
Wow.
They have to come into the party, look into the history of the party. Are there leadership tussle? Are there this and that? So Accord, as of today, is the safest political party you could enter into.
You guys are not having any internal issues?
We are the most stable party.
No APC person that is snitching on you?
Not at all. We have no godfather. We are Sevron.
Okay.
So the party is stable and the party is light.
Are you guys going to do, what do you call this thing, an open primary? Like, or are you going to zone your ticket?
No, we are not zoning. It's going to be an open. It's whoever that can prove
emerges.
Their strength.
Yeah.
You imagine them.
Then that's beautiful.
Yeah,
so why is it difficult for a couple of people to accept that no zoning thing in the coalition?
The issue is this. A lot of this permutation is based on personal interest.
Okay.
That's one thing we are free of in accord. We don't have a godfather whose interests will like loom large in deciding.
Over the other person.
Exactly. So everybody's interest is on the table in accord party. So that's what makes the difference with us.
What do you say? Do you think there's a godfather in the coalition as well?
Certainly there is. There are.
Who is the godfather? Because they said they want to do something democratic. Everyone who has an interest is running. If your team or whoever it is, your principal wins, then the person gets the ticket. So how is there a godfather?
Well, if I can mention ADC, they are godfathers in the ADC. Though I still believe they are mature about this thing. They can all like bring their personal interests or different interests together and agree at a singular interest or united interest. That's possible, but we surely know that there's a side to Atiku. Okay. And Amici too is like rearing up. Is not a little fry
at all. The guy has been working on the ground.
And we have the obedience. I think the much noise and the much activity is outside the party. People shouting and not even inside the party. So they have those. But in Accord Party, we don't have a single godfather.
Interesting. All right. I also have Mr. Tony Mbata right here in the studio. Mr. Tony Mbata, good evening. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. So let me start with you, Honorable. There were quite a lot that transpired in 2023. In 2023, your support base was Labour Party. You galvanized for the Labour Party, or not the party, but the principle itself. That's Mr. Peter Obi. Right? So between then and now, has there been any changes? Are you still leaning towards that angle, even if you're still in the Accord Party?
Not at all. In 2023 years, we endorsed Peter Obi for the presidential election. Then we were looking at the national units. Actually, we don't believe in tribal difference and all those stuff. So we look at the variables and the facts on ground, and Peter Obi fits it all for us. So we endorsed Peter Obi to very loud acclaim. Okay. But things have actually changed, and it changed I think 24 hours after the election. Because normally Peter Obi won Lagos State. Yes. And I think I was the very first person in my party to celebrate it. I posted online and I was like,
please
we did it.
Come closer. I take the mic because people really want to hear.
So I was like, I posted on my Facebook and said, we did it. We proved that no man is God. And actually, Bolaji Tinubu is also woman. You can win election and you can't lose it. But to my shock, my obedience that were my friends that were praising me days earlier for endorsing Peter Obi, not me in person, my party. Though I wrote the endorsement letter, and my national officer signed it. So my friends that were praising me, you did well, you did it. To my shock, 24 hours after the election, Peter Obi won Lagos, they were like, keep short, you don't do anything. I was like, the whole party endorsed. That's a fact. It's on my
what
Facebook.
Was wrong with the endorsement? I don't understand.
The challenge is the endorsements were perfect. Peter Obi acknowledged it. He was happy for it, and he even publicized it massively days to the election. We didn't collect a kobo for it. That's what some people don't believe. I can say it anywhere. These years after, and I'm still saying it on air here. But the issue is, I think there's a character trait with obedience. They don't ascribe merit to any other person than themselves.
Really?
I have mutual friends, my own friends that are Igbo, that were telling me, your party did nothing. It's purely Igbo votes. Are you sure? They said yes. Whatever I say, they were just arguing it's purely Igbo votes. You did nothing. I said, for real? And my party actually mobilized our members, at least in Lagos State that I am, for Peter Obi.
There is no how he would have won Lagos without the support of the Southwest overwhelmingly too.
Exactly.
So why would you get such utterances? Where were you seeing that? On Facebook or on something you witnessed? Why would you take what they say on social media as anything?
The issue is this. Whatever that is on social media is just a reflection of a general view.
Do you think it's lack of orientation?
Actually, a lot of these people, these obedient, I always like to differentiate them. Okay. Like in Lagos, when we are dealing, I do say there is APC and there's the ruling class. APC is the ruling government. The party that is in government, you understand? Yes. But I always try to separate them, the ruling class and the party APC. So there is some people we call obedient, followers and supporters of V. But among this crowd, there is a very loud and unruly set of them that we call Obi and IOT.
IOT.
They call them obedience. I don't want to say that on it. So one thing is, these people are very loud, and when they are saying their irrational talk, I think people that are designing should always put them in check, but that's always
correct
missing.
them.
So they get to talk. People that are designing see it, they don't correct them, and they seem to have the have the image as if they are speaking for Obi.
Okay.
Sure, you get.
Yeah.
So these are the people that were like insulting me and insulting all of us, and we were like, okay, if that's it, you think it's only your vote that deliver Obi, then no problem. Let us see you deliver Gbadebo. So that's why you pull our support away from the Labour Party and from Gbadebo. And you see how the election went. We went for Sanwo-Olu. And immediately we went to endorse Sanwo-Olu, they were like, you betrayed, you are a traitor, you sold out. Sold who? And sold to who? At least Sanwo-Olu was competing with fellow Yorubas. So who do we sell to? So there's no tribal sentiment to that. But why can't you not deliver Gbadebo when we pull away our support? So that's what forms our decision in 2023.
No, but you know that during that governorship election in 2023, they used Oro to do a lot of things. Some markets were burnt at the time, and there was voter apathy. Some people couldn't come out. They wanted to ensure that what happened during the presidential elections doesn't happen in the governorship elections. Don't you think that's what played a major role?
That is not. Because one thing is, we are all participants in the last election. I think there was even more violence during the presidential election than the governorship election. The only difference is, prior to the governorship election, there was some intimidation like that. Oro, in I think Ibeju, Lekki or so, and there's this burning of markets in I think Karijiromi or so.
Yes.
But during that election, the violence recorded were even very minimal.
That's for the governorship.
For the governorship election.
So
that's not what reflects by the boss laws. It was purely there was a pull out of supporter base. I'm only saying for Accord. I know there are some other support group that pulled away from the Labour Party. I think they mismanaged that support and the
movement.
Massive, exactly.
Could it be because there was nobody that was in charge of the movement per se that could call them together and say, you know what, this is not how we do things. You don't react like this. This is politics. It's nothing personal. Could that be the reason?
If I can sound it, sometimes when I speak against Obi and against the obedient, they think maybe I'm an enemy. I'm not. I keep speaking even on social media so that people can listen and then, oh, this guy said this about us, let us correct our ways. Now, one thing is the obedient have no leaders. And it's on record that even severally before the 2023 general election, Peter Obi was disowning them at different times. There was time they were attacking Wole Soyinka.
Okay.
So massive that Peter Obi came out and said, this is not reflecting my character. I don't know these people who insulted Wole Soyinka. And he disowned them at least, I think 3 or 4 different times. When they misbehave. So they don't actually have a leader. And one thing is, I doubt it's just a support base. They are not coordinated. They are just there. They are there. And they make a lot of noise. That's why most of them are not even inside a political frame. So they have no control. They don't know what to what would I say? What would decimate
diplomacy?
The voting strength of Obi. They don't realize it. So they talk, they insult. When you post something, instead of them to engage you constructively or engage with facts and figure, they just insult you straight up.
Do you think they're triggered in then they respond?
They're not triggered. They're just I don't think their political orientation is not just not correct. They know little about policies. They just know Peter Obi and they know nothing else.
That's all.
That's how it is.
Okay, so but that does, like you said, it doesn't reflect Peter Obi's personality.
No, it doesn't,
so you don't really have an issue with him per se.
With Peter Obi, no.
Okay. All right. I'll come back to you. Mr. Tony Mbata, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, do you align from his perspective, or do you have something different from your observations ever since, the movement began?
I have things very different from what my honorable is saying.
Okay.
Because in politics, it's only when you don't understand politics, what it's a game. And it's a game of who win and what strategy are you going to use to win. People accuse obedience. There's something he said in logic. You are defaulting yourself. You say they seems as if they're speaking. People who seems as if they're speaking for P2B.
Yeah.
That means he's not assertive. He's not sure. He himself is telling us that those people are not the people speaking for P2B. And he has said it that many a time P2B say, I don't know these people.
Yeah.
And secondly, you should know that oppositions will work with every tools.
Okay.
And they will accuse it Peter Obi or obedient.
So you think it could be the
yes,
APC?
It is what is happening. Because they know that this man P2B, even the Lagos State election that we watch, we observe it, we monitor it. Labour Party won it. It's because of INEC issue, because we don't have institution. So people cash in on any loophole. This is a game. That's why when this dispensation we are analyzing politics. I'm taking a different view of analyzing politics. It's a game, and anything that you will use that are legitimate to win your opponent, you use it.
Okay.
Now, if I know that I want to use your name to cause problem, and they will say it's you, I will use it. You will not know. If I know that I will plant people in your party to destabilize their party, so that you'll be having problem before you could finish settling your problem, election is over, I will use it. So, sometimes when people are talking obedient and rude, some of the languages you are using, I'm not comfortable with it, so we should know that oppositions are using every means to win, and it is politics. Like you are telling us now that Accord Party, you don't have problem, but like the governor of Oshuna, they have joined you, you will see. Because if they feel that a threat is coming from that place, then you will see the problem that will come out from that place. Some people, this is something that politicians do all over the world. It's for you as a rational being that know that somebody can, what do they call it? Somebody can go and impersonate somebody to cause problem, so that you accuse an innocent person that is obedient like that. They are irrational, the way they attack people. This is social media. You don't know who is responding such an issue. I can answer any name. I can claim to be a member of Obedient. And when you say Obedient don't have a leader, I don't agree with you. They have. And they have office. And those people that are the leaders, like Tanko, what is their...
Tanko.
Thank you.
The coordinator.
The coordinator. Have you ever heard them saying something that are not in tandem with what you want to hear? No. So what you are hearing in social media should not be used to be judged. People should understand the dispensation we are into, because this is saying APC is causing out the problem. That means they don't know what they are doing. They should know that the ruling party, PDP, did it. Even PDP created some of these political parties you are seeing. As a strategy to win election. If they know that these people, this area, they don't like them, they create it. And when those people win, they will join back to PDP. A case study, Abia State. Abia State, 2007, it was won by Theodore Oji, who was in cell. APP won in Imo State when what was the name of this man that won that election under Abgo? I will remember the name from Owerri Municipal, Nazi side, or Ebu. I will remember But when they felt that this man, that Humphrey, I will remember it. When they felt that this man cannot be, I will not give him governor of Imo State, the political blocks there, Fet, Achikudemo and co. They said, okay, who do we use? They use Ohakem from APP. Who knows APP in Imo State? As soon as our Hakem won that election, what did he do? He joined back to the ocean, PDP. So in politics, it's some of us that analyze this, know what is happening. So you don't react, except to hear Obi or Tanko. Must have speaking. You know that this is a person and is the one. And when you check their website and you see most of this thing, it's like what is happening between Kwankwaso, Obi, and Atiku. People are hyping it. You think it's obedient? No, this is a strategies people are using in order to cause problem from ADC. They say Kwankwaso and Obi is trying to team up, and they have never had any meeting. They say Atiku, all these things are politics, so we should know about it. That's why I disagree with some of the things you are saying, and some of the language you are using is very harsh to me. Thank you.
Yes, he's a Peter Obi supporter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. This is a national radio station. This is not an Obi radio station. This is not a Tinubu radio station or an Atiku radio station. So please, I need you guys to get it into you. Again, a lot of you are too sentimental and too emotional. Somebody is already saying, oh, Esther, you brought an APC person because you hate Peter Obi. Oga, please stop reasoning like this. I am begging you. Una, they always fall my hand, especially people from my side. Una, they always fall my hand. This is a national radio. It's not meant to be leaning towards anybody. And this is the political season. If you are the kind of person that is emotional and sentimental, it go pepper you, because I go bring more APC persons, more PDP, all of them. We are starting a hot political program from February 1st So you better gird your loins. If you are sentimental and you don't want to listen, bye-bye, because we'll be discussing issues as they are. The strategies and a lot of things are going to come up. So if you better get prepared. If you've not been on social media lately, it's hot. They are used every form of ammunition. So if you're somebody who doesn't know how to remain sane in this period and you have a presidential candidate that belongs to a political party of your choice, get ready to defend, because they are using everything. They're using ethnicity, they're using your religion, everything, and they're not leaning back. It's hot every day. I was complaining to you that I can't come on social media and a healthy conversation about governance can be had. Every conversation, everything is viewed from a prism of politics. If something bad happens, they'll ask, where's the tribe of the person? Then they'll not, hey, I said it's them. Nothing, no healthy talk. So more of this will happen. So you guys that are already getting emotional about the whole thing, I beg you better carry buckets and start dry crying inside there. We'll cry bellyful. All right, let me come back to you. So this is a season where a lot of strategies are being applied. The APC too are not relenting. Even when you think they have it all, they are still, in fact, the data boys, oh my God, those guys are working 24 hours. I don't know if the opposition understands that they need to delegate a team that will be crashing these guys down. People who have been responding on social media are people who are taking their time to respond to some of these things they raise up. And do you think this is because the opposition they're not organized? That's why they haven't paid attention to putting a team that counters all this narrative coming out?
Actually, we've allowed the APC a long group for a long time. You know, I think it's from the background that APC and the legacy party that APC emerges from. They have been the main opposition group in Nigeria, or let me say in Southwest. But sometimes I don't like speaking about the national. I'm a state chairman.
Okay.
So they've been the main opposition group or party in the Southwest. So they've played that role for so long that people have left the space for them for too long. Exactly. So about the data boards, yeah, we in the opposition party, especially in Accord, we actually set up some committee that will be doing things different, about people that will be responding online, propagating the brand and the ideology of the party.
Okay.
We have them already on ground. People that will be doing the committee for research and development and all those stuff. So even before getting into government, we should have our data and every other intact.
Yeah.
So this 2027 election will actually not be the same.
It will not be the same.
It won't be the same.
Some people are saying that the APC will have a clean sweep in 2027.
They will.
Do you think that's true?
They will when we give them the space to have a clean sweep. At least we can't say Governor Sanwo-Olu was more popular than Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2023. Yet President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu lost the presidential election in Lagos State. They're
saying that what transpired in 2023 will not be the same thing. For example, I had a colleague of mine who is a lawyer who had a lot of clients, and they complained that it was certain persons that brainwashed the youth in the Southwest, that how can, a Peter Obi come and get the support base of their people, that their people were brainwashed and they will not allow it. And one of the things they used to bring their people back was ethnic sentiment and obviously social media. If the opposition seems to be the way they are you sure they are ready to combat the APC? Because right now the APC, they are grounded, they are ready, they've already started campaigning, while the opposition are still trying to get themselves out of court cases, decide if they want to do primaries, if they're doing direct or indirect primaries, who they're putting. So while they're having all of those talks, the APC don't campaign finish, everything don't set. So how do you intend to overpower such readiness?
Okay, I want to make a clarification. The opposition is not just the ADC.
Okay.
So in Accord, we don't have those distractions.
Okay.
We're already having a lineup of aspirants
that
will go into the primary and emerge as candidates. And that some people brainwash the voters in 2023 is just an excuse.
Okay.
Because if you say the youth were brainwashed, was Accord Party brainwashed? We take a decisive decision then. So
no, that was the excuse they gave for what happened.
Even
I
heard much excuse more than that. In the APC, we heard the excuse that there was a fake endorsement.
Yeah.
And those endorsements that were called fake was the one we did in Accord. And I was just laughing.
Wow.
So if Accord did an endorsement for Peter Obi and Asiwaju lost Lagos State, it means nobody is a god. We are all humans. We can win election and we can't lose it. So in 2027, it won't be a clean sweep. It won't.
Okay.
It certainly
now,
works.
Mr. Tony Mbata, you heard Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi, and the last time Peter Obi held his space before he officially joined with his, his elders, his traditional elders and all he addressed his people. All right, he said something. He's not going for vice. He did not tour most countries to come and settle for vice. Before then, while he was still in the coalition, he wrote an open letter to the ADC that he intends to run as a presidential candidate. He expects that, since it's the turn of the South, he wants to respect it, and that he doesn't mind going for just one term, 4 years. He believes that in 4 years, a lot can be done. That regardless of how anybody feels, he would, before 29th, he would have walked out of Aso Rock. That's what he said. And from the onset, that was what he put out there. But if the ADC felt, okay, we know it's time of the South, but we are not zoning, and he eventually joined full on, does that not say that he is ready for the real politicking in the coalition? If with all of that, they obviously did not tell him that we're not zoning. Obviously, he knows they're not zoning. You heard what Bolaji said. It's an open thing. All of them in the party are saying it's an open thing. So he did what he did with all of this in mind. Does that not stipulate that he's ready to run it as a true politician? If he gets the ticket, fine. If he doesn't, he supports whoever emerges.
Esther, I've said it before. I'm not a member of Obedient. I'm not a member of any political parties. So what answer I'm going to give you is based on what I have seen, what I have analyzed, what I have followed, and know that this thing will happen. Now, I've said it here time with time number, that Obi cannot be vice to Atiku, and Atiku cannot be vice to Obi.
Obviously.
And I've said it here that Obi is the most smartest person I have seen, all of them that are parading. Obi have made up his mind, that is what I'm seeing, that I will contest this election under ADC, the primaries. And if I win, I will flag the flag. If I don't win, another person can be the VP.
Okay.
And I've said it here time without number. If ADC will not do the needful by allowing the South to complete their 8 years, and Atiku Abubakar picks that ticket, people like us that have people that followed us will support Bola Ahmed Tinubu because they will complete that. And what ADC and Atiku want to tell Nigerians is that the North or the Fulanis must determine what will happen. When Buhari was killing this country, mismanaging everything, the Northern, the Fulanis, not all the North, did not see anything wrong with it. And people like us, we are saying at that time, this thing Buhari is doing is a dangerous road we are following, like appointment, like building of other infrastructures. We saw the railway, we saw even to Niger Republic, they did it. And he was calling some set of region like Southeast that we are dot. And they allow this thing. Even this thing, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is traveling now. Buhari travel more than that. Even before he appoint his ministers, that's why we are calling him Baba Go Slow. We saw all these things. We complained, but the Northerners, many of them, particularly the Fulanis, they did not complain. Now, this is a gentleman agreement. Yes, it is not in the constitution that we should rotate the power. And they have finish that 8 years. If Atiku should pick ADC ticket, that means they want to tell us that this country belongs to them. Because remember that Sokoto, they said they are born to rule. They are born to rule. And like people are analyzing that without the Fulanis joining, you cannot win election. Who says so? Where? It is not. Like somebody said, you cannot win election without the help of other regions. If you win South and maybe the whole North, the whole West, and you didn't win any vote in the Southeast, you can't be the president. They can't declare you. You can't. So somebody cannot sit with all this fear theory that they are putting in the mind of people. It is fear theory. That's why I was trying to say something that when people talk on the social media, you don't attribute it to maybe Bola Ahmed Tinubu said this. You don't know whether it's Obedient that are saying that in order to tarnish the image.
You can't, Mr.
No, I'm trying to.
Hold on. Don't speak for everyone, because to be honest with you, let me give you an instance. Right here, Barrister Darlington has had his own perception. He has been speaking strategically for the ADC. I understand how a lot of people feel about the North and all of that. But if you people, with the way the political atmosphere is right now and what has been done after post-2023, the kind of supposed multi-ethnic support that Peter Obi had may not be the same, because a lot of seed of division had been planted. So he was saying that if you are able to look at an angle for winning, if it is about winning the elections, then let them consider Atiku and Peter Obi as vice. And we've been here on this station. A lot of them have called him names. They've said he has collected money and all that. He was speaking unemotionally. He was speaking without sentiment. He was saying that, to be honest with you, I get it, but this is basically how it is. And that it is the other people that are pushing this whole, let it be the son of the South, give it to Peter Obi, that it is not the true obedience who are politically inclined and understand the political climate, are not giving such a definite ultimatum on things. So when you say it is not them, it is the APC guys, that yes, they may be, but you can't say that you don't have a couple of supporters, especially those outside, because he said something. You have those who are outside and those who are inside, the core ones. Yes, so you can't say that all of them are the data boys pushing that agenda.
Yes, I am making a general statement, not for or against, but we should be critical when some of these statements comes. Okay. And let me shock Nigerians that are listening to us. I'm not a prophet, but as a Catholic, I know through my baptism I'm a prophet, I'm a king, and I'm the other one. But let me shock Nigerians. Do you know why your president is running up and down?
Why the president?
Our president. President Tinubu may not contest 2027 election. He's doing in order to make sure to see if he can contest. Tinubu may not contest this election, and he himself, he knows.
Why? So, why do you think?
I said I'm not a problem. You will see. I am saying this national.
That at the end of the day, he decides to step down for someone else.
You will see what will happen. We are going. This is election period.
So how do you think he will step down for someone else when already 29 APC governors have joined the APC, National Assembly, House of Rep members? They are really the dominant party right now at that executive national level, and he would have walked through all of that strategically to step down for someone else?
Esther, I told you that this election is between the hungry and angry Nigerians and the few leaders. Okay. Hungry and angry and few leaders. And for the fact that some governors that are decamping to APC cannot guarantee their winning. And my problem, I have said it time with and Nigerians have said it, is that we don't have INEC. That is where the problem is. We don't have INEC. We don't have judiciary, INEC force. Because let there be no glitch again. Because if there is no glitch again, even if Tinubu contest, Atiku contest, Obi contest, and other people, Tinubu will not win. I'm telling you.
All right. When are you slating your party's primaries?
Actually, party primaries, as a party, we can't state now. It's until INEC release their timetable. That's when we now fit our own primary into the timetable frame the INEC release.
Okay, because for the ADC coalition, they said July. But there are fears that what if the National Assembly, based on the reformation of the Electoral Act, decides and says elections will be in November? Based on what Bolaji Abdullahi said, he said if that happens, they are not ready. Because ideally, primaries are meant to take place in July. And he said that they may adopt a consensus approach with the way things are. But right now, they are not ready. So that's why he said they've been pushing to ensure that elections do not take place in November. So what if that's the case? Have you had a contingency plan towards that?
Talking about ADC or Bolaji Abdullahi, actually they will be ready. If there's a law that says election will be November, no matter how imperfect or how hurried it will be, they will be ready. And they are picking of July. I think it's just tentative.
Okay.
Because normally INEC is the
deciding
factor that will set a timeline and a time frame for primary. Now in Accord Party, whatever time they choose, if they choose November, it's just for us to call everybody in earlier than planned. So we are still waiting on INEC to release the timetable.
So let me ask you, where are the opposition getting it off in terms of strategy? Because we've heard that some of the governors were induced with as much as 250 billion. It depends on your capacity and what your state will deliver, like what potential your state will bring to them in winning the elections in 2023. That's why you see Wike has been confidently walking around and giving himself some kind of air. And some governors, not all of them, some 250 billion, some, not everything. And some of the House of Rep members and senators too, we've heard allegations of monies being given to these guys. Now, you would ask yourself that this is a strategy whereby the governors from their state level will be able to influence things at the polling unit. But if this is a strategy the APC has applied, what strategy can the opposition apply to counter this? Because I don't know what is happening in regards to the opposition.
Actually, the insinuation that 250 billion has been given to government, I think, well, is a norm in politics. In the general society, it might be like something immoral. But in politics, you lobby, whatever, be it money, be it appointments, be it privileges and whatever. Now, the problem about these governors moving into the ruling party is not actually opposition wahala. It's more about individual mindset. Because most of these governors, they seem to be like, how will I say it, chicken-hearted or something. Because they can't even withstand a little heat, and then you see them buckle up and jumping into the ruling party. They've forgotten the Ashwaji Bola meeting they are going to meet in APC. At one time, actually stood against a ruling president. Even then, I think the contest on the table then was because he launched an LCDA.
Yes, without the approval from the federal government.
And it was not the only state that launched. I think there were like 3 states then. But when President Tinubu and President Oba just then put pressure on them, I think I can't remember, they like rescind their step and then they dissolved the LCDA. Another local state dissolved. But Lagos State stood firm. And this man built his strength from fighting all this battle. Same thing with Benga Daniel.
Yes.
He fought a ruling president, sitting president then, and they were even from the same state. He stood firm, and those things are in his merit and in his build up to his strength level now. But these governors, a little thing like this, they are jumping into the ruling party. It shows their weakness. They just want something solved. They can't stand as a man. And it's like what Wole Soyinka said in his book, the man died inside all of them.
The man died.
As a party, we are going into the election and we are standing our ground, and we know ultimately, though we know you can't just overlook or speak or belittle a sitting governor jumping into the ruling party. It's strengthening them, because these are people in charge of resources, people that can speak for people. But even at that, a party is always still a structure that still go far into determine where the pendulum of voting, whatever, will go. So as a court, we are still very home and dry. We are still very confident that when it comes to blowing the whistle, we'll still go into the election and we will still give any competitor a run for the game.
But do you realize that for Governor Adeleke to have defected, he had challenges? Local government funds were not being released. A lot of things were going on in his state, and it was like, if I was in the APC, I wouldn't have issues like this. So are you saying that this kind of issues were not what the governors were afraid of, whereby it's either you need money to run and do stuff in your state, monies do not come in on time? You hear some of the governors tell you that the reason why we joined is because we want to be close to the center. Like Umo Eno, the Akwa Ibom State governor, that's what he said. They want to be close to the center. If you ask all of them, they want to tell you they want to be close to the center. So if you're in the opposition, you will not be close to the center, or you will not have access to the president. So don't you think that they were deliberately, supposedly witch hunted or somehow subdued, that to them they just wanted to have a smooth governance? And if it is to join the APC, fine. Secondly, the political parties they belonged were not protecting them enough. They were not voicing out like what was going on in the PDP, and also the internal leadership wrangling in the Labour Party, where most of the House of Rep members who were unknown, but because of Peter Obi, they entered, and at a very little whim of instability, they defected. Don't you think the party played a major role in this?
Okay, for the governors that were like the campaign to the ruling party, they are actually weak. That's just it. All these excuses that they were trying to be close to the center is just excuses, because we know in the southwest, from the time of AG Action Group, they were in the opposition and they performed exceedingly well. That you are in the opposition and then you are having issues with the federal government doesn't mean your monthly allocation will not get to you.
Okay.
Now, see Adeleke, he has issue with his local government fund and everything. He's still standing tall. That's a man with a heart of metal, of steel.
Okay.
So all those governors,
but he has declared his support for the president.
Yeah, all of them are doing that, and surely they have their own reason, which I will not be like
is it not obvious with what he was currently going through in his state? Because it's like if you try to want to come out and campaign or voice out against the president, you'll be targeted. Like what's going on with Seyi Makinde?
There's a subtle something to all this politicking sometimes. You know, sometimes in 2023, Bola Tinubu went to visit former President Obasanjo.
Okay.
He doesn't need about just votes. He doesn't need about just mobilizing votes for him. But the visit is just like, oh, I regard you.
Okay.
So even if I'm not going to get your votes, don't work against me. And you see throughout the election, though Obasanjo just supported Peter Obi, at no time did he speak critically against Tinubu. So that's what that visit
meant.
Accord for Tinubu. Shall you get?
Yeah.
So these are subtle. Okay, if you are not going to vote for me, at least don't work against me. Because I didn't mean Obasanjo wrote a single letter and addressed it to body long. Things might have taken different shape. So that's how it is. When Governor Adeleke endorsed and said he's going to vote for Bola Tinubu in 2027, well, it's his personal opinion. He has the right to it.
Does it represent the interest of the party?
No, it's not. No. It's just himself and his government.
Okay.
And we can't deny him of such.
Of that.
So going into, what's the second question about? Okay, people moving from one party and another party. One thing is I realize is there's no, how would I say it, party discipline in Nigeria.
There's no party discipline.
Because I remember at a point, Aburi was even saying all these people they get into House of Rep and Senate, they were not even paying party dues. I don't want to mention the constituency in Lagos State. I have friends there that said this man, since he entered into this federal legislative house, has not even made any due to the party or support the party or build the party. So there's no discipline in many parties. Even now, I've had people that have reached out to me in Lagos State. We are coming to contest on your platform. Okay, no problem. They were calling me several. I said, come. You told me your principal is interested in contesting on my party, and he's not reaching out to me. You are like the mouthpiece. If he's not reaching out to me, I can't be waiting for such a person.
Okay.
Let him speak to me. After some pressure, maybe his people were pressuring him, he actually called in and then we talked. When I said this, I told him straight. A person is telling me, I can vie on any political party platform. I just love Accord. You can vie on any political platform. It means like we are optional. Okay. I don't think we can wait.
My question now, would you say that Tinubu has it easy? Because when Tinubu was in opposition in 2012, with the spate of insecurity here, you saw what happened in Lagos. Do you realize that based on a protest, Jonathan wanted to remove fuel subsidy? Tinubu, Yemi Osinbajo, and a couple of them, even John Oyegun that is currently in the ADC, they did a march, a what do you call it? Occupy Nigeria protest in Lagos. For days, we saw it. It was hot. And they were able to force the hand of Jonathan, where fuel subsidy wasn't removed. That freedom was allowed in Jonathan's government. How come it's not allowed in this administration?
Well, one thing is, we can't blame Tinubu for that.
Okay.
They played their cards very well in those days. So if Tinubu is getting it easy, then the blame is for the opposition.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, Tinubu have moved, or how will I say?
The way it is now, if an opposition decides to say we're galvanizing, we want to protest against all of this, they'll say you're committing treason, or you want to bring down the president's government. It's just the first year. So they will bring up all of these charges, and you don't want to be seen as someone that, oh, because I didn't win, or because I want to win, I want to topple someone's government or make his government unstable. That's basically how it's described.
Yeah, that much was also done to Tinubu in those days, but they stood firm. I remember there was a time, I can't remember vividly, when the APC, maybe they were ACN then or APC, when they were even speaking in the interest of another party, then maybe they were ACN then. And the government of Jonathan was saying, what concerns ACN with this? They said, they said ACN then was like crying more than the bereaved. And I think Oyegun said then that whenever anybody is bereaved, we are the bereaved. You understand?
Yes.
So one thing is, yes, you don't expect to speak against a government and you expect them to see you as, okay, it's opposition. They will look for something dirty to taint you and taint your intention. So it doesn't mean you should buckle up.
It's not just dirty. They will use state powers. Let me give you an instance.
Yes, they will. But
in the administration during the time of Jonathan, Tinubu created a supposed shadow government. I remember Professor Yemi Osinbajo went on national television to say, we're going to create a shadow government that will literally oppose anything Jonathan does. There's nothing wrong to it. We didn't see anybody call the DSS. But when Pat Utomi made reference, like the next thing, the DSS sued him to court. And they said what he did was treasonable and that he wanted to destabilize the government. So when you see that any form of angst, any form of opposition beyond social media, but that is physical, it's termed as treason. So you want to protest, it's treasonable. You want to whatever, is treasonable. Or they'll say, go to your region and start off that. Go and hold your governors accountable. Don't start blaming the president. He has done his part. So how would you expect an opposition that is already weakened from their party to want to have a clear mind to come together for such a strategy?
One thing is any opposition that is worth their name will still stand firm.
Okay.
That's okay. Let me go to the recent past. In the 2025 local government election in Lagos State, there was a time we have some issue with the electoral body in Lagos State last year. We were like, okay, let's do it. We don't want to say protest because that word seems to carry some sensitive tone.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's do a peace walk. When we walk to LASEC, then we like tender our grievances and what we want to be done for a free and a level playing ground.
Yeah.
DSS called one of our leaders. We were just like 6 parties out of 18. When we were talking among parties, some other parties were chickening out and okay, we are doing it. Even if we are not using the name of the association of political parties, we are doing it on our party identity. 6 of us.
Okay.
APP, Accord, YPP, and ZLP, AAC, and I think Boot Party.
All right.
So the DSS called us that morning. We learned you are doing this. And there was some sentimental talk, not from the DSS actually, it's from the political class.
Wow.
That you people are doing this because of this. We said, okay, even if it's because of that, and that, it's still our right to protest. They say, okay, come to our office and let's have a meeting before you go to that. No, we're already on ground. Pulling back now means we have compromised what we said we are going to do. We are going on this protest. When we are through, we come to your office.
Okay.
They sent police to us, the patrol team and every other team. We stood our ground and we went to LASEC and we protested.
All right, let's listen to this. Mr. Tony Bata, my next question is for you. Just take a listen to this. I'm sorry.
Put Peter Obi, he's not going to... Underneath. Opposed to being south. And then if you put Peter Obi, he's not going to win the election in the north. I tell you, in the core north, there's nothing that Peter Obi is going to do that's going to get him elections in the core north. In fact, let me tell you what he reminds me of. Peter Obi reminds me of Buhari. I was a Buharist, and I've been a Buharist since 2003. What the movement that Peter Obi has reminds me of Buhari's movement in 2003, 2007, 2011. This is exactly what because we saw it was only Buhari, and that was who we saw winning. It was not until, we had a bridge over, of course, over the Benway, and we had President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, come in to give us that base support in the south that we were able to win. But on our own, as Buharis, we were unable to deliver. And this is exactly the same with Governor Peter Obi.
All right, so that's Anatu Musawa, I think Minister of Culture, Culture. And she was referring to the fact that Peter Obi has like a Zikist kind of aura, the movement that he gathers, you understand. So, but with the structure of Nigeria, only a Zikist movement cannot deliver what is needed. Okay, so she was making reference to Buhari's time, where he did this run for 3 different times. The loyalists always delivered from his region, but he needed to break even into other regions. And those who are making it seem like that's what it is, it can't happen like that. So it's almost like he needs to stoop to conquer. How would you describe what she said?
Yeah, the woman or the minister is perfectly in order.
Okay.
But they have acknowledged, if you listen to him, they have acknowledged that P2B will win southeast and south, but some southwest. They have acknowledged it. But in the north, he may not win the core north, but Benue. So when any other person is talking that P2B will not win any vote in southeast, they know what they are doing. And P2B is like when Buhari was then, Buhari was a problem to any other contestants. Now, P2B is a problem to them. That's why I said it here before, that nobody can win Nigeria election based on your own region alone.
Yeah.
You must win with other people.
All right.
That's why I said I'm not a Labour, I'm obedient. But if Atiku should pick that ADC election primaries, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will continue, because there will be sentiment. Atiku will not win.
Okay.
Now, it is better for ADC to make sure that they look at who is the most, like, when they know that Buhari has a vote before, and it's the little we need from this place that will make Buhari the president. Then what do? They align with Buhari. And the masses at that particular time that say Buhari will be the Messiah, Buhari will change. I think he said it. So for ADC now, they should look inward and see between P2B and Atiku, who have the majority vote now if you said free and fair election before they will give. So what the minister is saying, she's very correct.
Okay.
P2B cannot win election if there's no help from the north. If there's no help from the west, South and Southeast cannot give P2B president, and the North, the whole North cannot give Tinubu the vote, Atiku the vote. The Southwest cannot give Tinubu the vote. That's why I keep saying people should not be afraid of Tinubu. The whole governors are going into ADC. They will win. Let us first of all reform INEC. Let INEC give the Nigerians the confidence that election there will be no glitch this time around. Right. You will see that nobody, if Tinubu will contest, will win this election clear. All right. Clean. So this is a very good game for everybody.
Anatu Musawa, she's Minister of Art, Tourism and Culture, and she said that they've always been the Buharist movement, but there is a vacuum now since Buhari has passed on. That vacuum is what the APC, the ADC, Accord Party.
Yes.
It is those loyalists, those vehement 12 million loyalists that these political parties want to grasp. Which of these parties are likely to have some support from that vacuum created with Buhari's death?
If you want me to respond to this,
yeah.
If you look at since Buhari exited from no longer alive, now who are those people that are very close to him? Kano is off because we have Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso have a very good structure today.
Are you sure?
Yes, even if the governor come to APC 100 times, Kwankwaso is a man they love and they respect based on what he has done, and people of the north recognize it. But that is where opposition or the ruling party are doing what they are supposed to do, and they are doing it to the detriment of Nigerians, because yes, they are using religion, they are using ethnicity in order to cause problems, so that these are ways for them to get that vote that Buhari was able to garner. Remember that there was a time people from Buhari's camp were complaining that APC were not treating them well.
Up till now, they
are still complaining. So these are games. That's why I say Nigeria should not panic, because this is a very good game, a very good fight that anybody will win. Nobody has it for now.
That vacuum is still there.
Yes.
Up to today, a lot of the Buhari's loyalists, they are quiet on social media. They are monitoring events, and a lot of them have joined the ADC. More will still join or join other political parties if this opposition parties stabilize. They are looking for where they will stabilize. They don't want to leave because the APC provides an umbrella for them. They don't want to leave and then they are now attacked, like what's going on with Malami and all the likes. So the question is, which of those parties do you think the Buharis will remain with?
Okay. Actually, to speak to that will just be speculation for now. The Buhari's followers are still floating as it is. I think the nearest person I know is like El-Rufai.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's not even the main core. There are still some people that are
That's
closer to
speculative.
Buhari than El-Rufai. Now, El-Rufai doesn't have that character trait of Buhari. Buhari just have that followership because they see him as simple, they see him as honest, they see him as truthful and non-corrupt.
Yeah.
You get? Now, El-Rufai can't say he has that character trait. So he can't inherit that followership. So the followership is still there. So who will take it? Well, I think 2027
what about
will tell us.
Lawal, who is also now in the ADC?
those people don't have the same character traits as Buhari.
As
They see
Buhari.
Buhari as they call it Talakawa.
Yes, they have seen him as a then God,
very
an innocent
exactly.
person.
So
who is a person? They are still. That's why Erufai is talking as if he's.
He doesn't own them.
But no, and
not.
Atiku is not in good time with Buhari at that particular time.
He doesn't.
They are not. So Atiku is not having it.
Because
so
I feel that is what a couple of people are thinking. That, okay, with an article, maybe that's Buhari's movement would supposedly join in support, and maybe that's why they are floating an article ticket. What I mean is an article presidential ticket. They feel like with him, those Buhari's loyalists who are supposedly floating will be able to identify with their person. But as it stands, that is not even certain.
You will only take some of them. You will only
they
take
are
some
not
of them.
very few. They are not.
They are not talking.
That's why it's a virgin land.
Exactly.
It's a virgin land.
Exactly.
So it depends the way. That's why they were using a lot of things to, make them believe certain things that are not truth. Okay. They will tell you this person is coming to divide the country. His agenda is Biafra. They will tell you he want to remove oil well from Lagos State and take it to Southeast. All these things are something that other political parties, every other political party is supposed to educate people that no, what we are talking about is how Nigeria will be great again. Who can do it for us? No matter wherever the person is coming.
Let's look at Obi Cubana. He's been getting a lot of backlash ever since the whole thing, and I as I said, politics for some people they don't get sentimental. If the politics will protect their business, they will go for it. So, but a lot of persons have, especially from that region, have been saying, how can you? We've been oppressed in this government. Is it because of your own selfish interest, your own personal business? You're doing this, you're doing that. Is it that they did not know that this man has always been in the APC? Obi Cubana is an APC person. What's his name? The other one. The other chubby one.
Is it the chief priest?
Cubana chief. They're all APC people. So is it that they didn't know these guys were part of the ruling party?
Yes, let me tell you something. Do you know why I love Aliko Dangote? Do you know why I love him? He's a businessman to the core. In fact, Aliko Dangote is holding the economy of this country. But he played his politics as a very wise and intelligent man. You can't see him, even though he's part of the government, you see him taking all this political whatever. He knows what, but he support all the political parties. So people should be reasonable enough when some position is given to you at a level you reach.
He has got a lot of backlash.
Like we are talking about Buhari. At the time of Buhari, you can't see a northerner. Those Buhari that are called North and all the rest of them, you give him something that the northerners will see, in particular the Fulanis, will see him as you are working against Buhari. You cannot. So our people should be matured enough to know when to say no some certain issue, even though I'm supporting you. Look at, I'm not a supporter of Hope Uzodinma, but have you ever seen Governor Hope Uzodinma wearing Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cap? Have you ever seen Hope Uzodinma criticizing any of these Southeast content like Obi, Lex Oti? You cannot see him, but everybody know that Hope Uzodinma is a boy to. Okay. Sorry, I withdraw it. He's a supporter of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yeah. Everybody knows it, but you cannot see him. That is a trait of a leader. That is to show you that this person is a good politician that know what he's doing. So when you are in a business, you should know how to trade. People should learn from Aliko Dangote and the owner of UBA. What's the name? Tony Elumelu. You should know these things. People should know these things. And also Hope Uzodinma. Every region. Yes, you have your fundamental right to support whoever you want to support. But as a position given to you, you said, I will support you, but don't worry.
All right. Governor Seyi Makinde. Okay, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I actually disagree with that. I think Obi Cubana is free to be the Southeast leader for the city boys.
Okay.
Reason is this: even in US, United States of America, we saw all these tech CEO all came together and they were making donations to the ambition of Mr. Donald Trump. So it's a norm. It's normal.
The even use was Elon Musk was a major
one thing I'm
use.
surprised why Igbos are now against Obi for supporting Tinubu. It shouldn't be. In Yoruba land in 2023, we were against Tinubu. Some of us, and though they were calling us Yoruba bastard, but nobody came to attack us. But why will anytime...
So when somebody call you a bastard, what does it mean? Is he not attacking you?
In politics, we talk anything. They can tell me the person that defrauded my money.
So that is it.
In 2019, when I was contesting for the House of Rep in Ojo, they told me, you don't belong to Ojo, you're not an indigene. And
just because...
I'm contesting. And I told them, the person that I've forgotten his name now, that was contesting for the House of Rep in Ojo, in APC, is not also an indigene in Ojo. And luckily, I have his history. How his great-grandfather came to Irele and how they get... I told them they couldn't talk. Yayi then, that was the senator for Lagos West. He's not from Lagos.
He's not from Lagos.
You get,
a lot of them are not from
talk.
Lagos, actually.
A person who once even insulted me from Ojo and said, you are not responsible because you are single, you want to go to House of Rep, you are not meritable to go there. I told him, okay.
Just like that.
Just like, I don't say, okay, because I'm not married, I'm not responsible. Sir, can you please show us evidential facts from your bank account? People who you are responsible to in a month, aside your family, your wife and your children. And let me show who I'm responsible to in a month that are outside my family and my close friend.
Okay, so, but these were your people who gave you this. So is it wrong that his people are criticizing him by saying?
Very wrong. That's why you see a time when this man Joe Igboho was saying some things pro APC and they went to burn his house. Igbos need to move away from that extremism.
I disagree with you. Please don't stereotype Igbos. No. See, what we are talking about. Listen. If you listen what Igbos I say, have you seen? Listen. Have you seen Dangote? He's a businessman. If we're a businessman, I mentioned Tony Olimoli, that there are some positions given to you politically. Everybody, according to them, is a political animal. But I use human being. I'm not an animal. Everybody is a political human being. Now, we know where I draw my inferences from Governor Hope Uzodinma. We know he's supporting Tinubu, but we have not seen him taking something to malign the other person. He plays the politics. He knows what he wants. Sure. Now, if you're a businessman, don't play a politics that it will haunt you tomorrow. A friend told me something. Yes, a friend told me something that he was supporting. He's a businessman. He was supporting any political parties that are vying for Imo State, but he never know that Hope Uzodinma will win. So he didn't support him. But he supports every other.
But what we're saying now is that ever since Obi Cubana was giving, because a lot of persons felt that position was condescending. I mean, if it was like governorship or local government chairman, but which one is city boy, southeast movement coordinator and all of that?
He's a businessman.
So, no, hold on. No, it's
massive.
A very
it's a position of influence.
Not just influence, money, serious money for that mobilization. But wait now, Mr. Tony, wait. What he said, I thought you were going to counter what he said by saying they shouldn't castigate him for taking that position or something. No, you're saying that you're correcting those who have been castigating that he's a businessman.
Yes.
He's protecting his business, but he has received backlashes from his people. They feel like the Southeast has been heavily marginalized, fragmented, isolated, abused and denigrated ever since the elections post 2023 because their own person participated by this administration. How are you supporting the same person that supposedly caused whatever it is for the South? That's where they are coming from. So he's trying to say that it's wrong. They shouldn't do that.
And he said the Igbos. I said no. Don't stereotype all the Igbos.
No, I was trying to say, yes, the Igbos did castigate him.
The Yoruba castigate other people too.
Mr. Tony, hold on. Even from his side, but let it not be generalized.
Yes.
We're being factual.
That's
here.
what I'm saying.
We're even
there
right now.
People.
Even right now in the comment section, a lot of persons from his own ethnicity are castigating him for taking that up, and a couple of other persons too as well. So that's the reality of the situation. For Governor Seyi Makinde, I was coming to you. He lamented that it has become very difficult to speak truth to power under the All Progressives Congress. For example, he made a comment today at a public event in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, which was attended by dignitaries. He compared the current administration with the immediate past government of Muhammadu Buhari, saying the latter adopted a more consultative approach. Thus, Buhari's administration adopted a more consultative approach. He picked holes on the tax reform, and he says, you cannot speak truth to power in this dispensation. We had the same situation in this dispensation. It was the tax bill, and we said, look, that's in the previous dispensation. We said, look, bring the tax bill, bring it back. Let us all have an opportunity to look dispassionately definitely at it. He said they said the tax bill will go ahead. It is an affront for even the governors to be saying that what the presidency has done to send the tax bill to the National Assembly. The tax bill, we don't know what was passed at the National Assembly. We don't also know what was signed up. So he addressed Oshibajo by saying, when I say I miss you so much, sir. He recalled and credited Oshibajo with shaping his leadership style, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. What's your take with that?
One thing is, he who goes to equity should go with a clean hand.
All right.
So if Governor Seyi Makinde is saying this government is not open to criticism or whatever, at least we know of recent he was in Aso Rock.
Right.
If they are not open to such, he wouldn't be given an audience.
All right.
So whether whatever he went there to do was acceded to or not is a different case scenario. So that's one. Two, let me give an instance in Oyo State. We had a declaration by Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat a couple of, I think 2 weekends ago in Oyo State. The crowd was massive. Then 48 hours to the declaration, they know Oriyomi Hamzat is a crowd puller, is a mobilizer.
Yeah.
The transportation, like we have NURTW in Lagos State, we have the PMS in Oyo State, they call them Park Management System or something. The leader, who is an appointee of Governor Seyi Makinde, said and instructed every public bus driver not to pick any Accord member to Liberty Stadium. They banned the public bus from doing that. This is just so that the massive crowd of Accord and Oriyomi Hamzat will not get to the venue.
And he's going to be your governorship candidate.
He's going to be, because he's an aspirant. We've not seen any other yet.
Yes.
Now, funnily, I was able to count like 30 commercial buses that validated that ban because they have their rights. And they actually love people Oriyomi, massively to the venue. And the venue was like
so in other words, what he's
that's not the end.
He's accusing
he
is what he's doing.
Exactly. Then few days after, because one thing is in 2023 when he was contesting, he had a coalition with other political parties, which Accord was included. They campaigned for him, worked for him, and he won. And he compensated all these political parties with appointments. Now, one of our own party chairman in Oyo State, was appointed. Then a few days after that declaration, he felt threatened. He can see there is a massive mobilizer in Accord party now. And the next thing is, he sacked the man. They now painted the man badly as if he's doing anti-party, that he belongs to PDP. And he was at Oriyomi Hamzat declaration, which is not. He's our party chairman. And you only gave him appointment in compensation for, you work for me to emerge as governor for my return. So why sack that man? Only because he has a mobilizer that has declared for his party. So if he's doing that, how did he have the moral ground to accuse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Interesting. I like that. I like that. Always have evidence for everything you say. Well done, Honorable. Let's get your reaction. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. And the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. That's the WhatsApp number. While the number to call is 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Welcome.
Yes, Chukwemeka calling from Ibadan.
All right, Chukwemeka, go ahead. Are you close to your radio?
No, it's network.
All right, go ahead. Instructing Chukwemeka, can you call another line with another line, please? All right, 080-3692-9933. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Chinedu. I'm calling from Afro.
All right, Chinedu, welcome. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I greet your analysts there.
Okay.
I so much love them, and you too are with you.
Thank you.
But I want to issue on one thing. This our insecurity. There's one thing I read on Google. They said that 2017 that one minister discovered platinum in Niger State. Are you getting me? Now, Niger State is having so many issues. That means these people are there, carrying these people are going there to go and mine it. You don't know the there. I have been mining with Nigeria is not aware. You get what I mean? We masses are not aware, but them that call themselves Nigeria are aware. The owner of the country. I don't know if I'm the owner of the country because my vote doesn't count last time I voted people. And I don't know if it's going to happen again. So what I'm trying to say is that 2000 and this one that we are going to do election, let everybody put all his effort and make sure his vote counts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 080-3692-9933. That's the number. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, welcome. What's your name, please?
This is Pat calling from Louis.
All right, sir. All right, ma. Please
what
go ahead.
I want to say concerning what Nigerian number is saying, when you talk about obedience movement, so know that I said is right. At times, majority of them that is talking online, some of them they are not obedient. They just try to gather to say something to bring down the obedience movement. So it's not everybody's responsibility. They are obedient. That's what I want to say. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933.
Hello?
Turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening,
This is Money Something. Yes, this Money Something. Yes, ma'am. This Money Something from Shomolu.
Welcome, ma'am. Please go ahead.
My own contribution is, you see that 2023 governorship election.
Yes.
Labour Party would have won in Lagos State. They would have won. I believe they did it the same day with presidential. But because that day, a lot of us couldn't go out to go and vote. If you are not voting for APC, they will beat you. Even we that managed to go out to vote, they came after us, scatter our markets, our business, scatter it that day. A lot happened, but it's just because we did not vote for them. Assuming everything come up the same day they did presidential aim, Labour Party would have won. They would have won. But the APC agents know that what happened in the presidential election will not repeat itself. That is why all the stations, every polling unit in Shomolu, they will okay. If you do not vote for APC, they will flog you. And the way that they flog, you will not want your family or friends to go out and vote. You will tell them this is what is happening, and they will go back. So that is why APC won as governor. So I'm just trying to let Mr. Jordan man to know that, to know that they did not allow us. But in 2027, we are giving the opportunity to vote free and fair. APC is not going there because a lot of people that voted for APC in my area, they are regretting today. They are regretting that they vote because this hunger issue affects everybody.
All right.
So
thank you so much for calling. All right. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. And the WhatsApp number is 080-0817 1756-338. 0817 1756-338. That's the WhatsApp number. A lot of your calls are coming in on WhatsApp, but I don't know. It just ticks off. I don't know what's going on. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I do. Welcome. Good evening,
No verse.
No verse. Go ahead. Welcome. Welcome.
So, you know what I want to put my mouth for this country, sir? All of them, APC with ADC, the big, all of them, make it together, understand? And they together, make it tough. If it comes together, because Nigeria, let me one person get everything like this, like just 5 people. Make it together. If you say them together, this one, if you do your side, make it give another side, make it time to work. So that now, outside the one, you buy them supposed to give you speaker will be
to be fair for all. Maybe Nigeria is that because even people will talk to this and they don't be one. They don't see how it is. So after that one, Nigeria people, they still want to make it no time for prayer for the country. It will do prayer for the country. If you can't go on to make it prayer for the country, no, I'm confident they do prayer for the medicine and another. Prayer, let's do prayer, maybe. Make the country for prayer every day. So now that time, then you tell you for the country. So that prayer, and they follow the people they do. So when I start prayer, and I give us to see, make it the same thing they have. Make it better thing. Make it not say that below better. Make it better. Make it follow the country do prayer. People and prayer, make it better. Make it better and to do. So make it prayer your heart.
All right, thank you very much. Hello.
Hello,
good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good evening. I'm fine, and you?
I am fine. Happy Sunday.
Greetings, same to you. Greetings to Mr. Mbata and the other guest.
Yeah. People that call him the other guest.
Yes, I don't know his name.
Guest. See, why? Why didn't you recognize his name?
Okay, the accord man.
I
don't know his name.
Honorable Ladeji Oluwatosin.
Okay, greetings to him.
Honorable Tosin.
Thank you.
I'm coming for him first.
Okay.
He said the most bizarre thing I've ever heard in my life.
All right.
He said, in order to spite his face, he cut off his nose. He said they pulled out the support for Bible and they voted for Sanwo-Olu.
Yeah.
So I'm asking him how far. She be they voted for Sanwo-Olu, so how far now?
Yeah, very far.
How can someone tell me because you felt some people insulted you, and because of that you deny yourself of good governance and voted for someone else? It's illogical, irrational of any supposed educated person. In quotes, we all saw how and why APC won the election. It wasn't because you guys voted or not voted for Bible. We saw how it all played out. We saw it. So it wasn't your support or your support for someone or whatever. That's by the way. And this narrative that the obedient are this and that, why do you guys always push the wrong narrative? I've been coming on this show for like ever. I'm an obedient. I've never insulted Professor Darlington. Whenever he bring up his own argument, his own sentiment. You said it's not sentiment, but to me it's sentiment.
Sentiment?
It is sentiment. Because each time I tackle him, I counter him with it's not mere conjecture. I counter him with facts well too. I have never insulted him. So there are obedient in their thousands, millions who bring up such narrative both on social media and on air, but you guys don't push the narrative. It is those who insulted you that and they insulted them. How about we that never insulted them and bring up a narrative? Why don't you guys push the narrative on air too? Your guest said they'll be idiots. Okay, that might be the I want to qualify that. Are we the only Nigerians? Why can't you guys organize yourself and get yourself a better country? Why must you guys wait for the obedient to support Obi to be a deputy and Atiku wins? Must they support him? Why can't you guys do the same thing? Don't place the responsibility of this country on obedience shoulder. You guys can do the same thing too. Good evening.
All right, good evening. Thank you so much, Remy, for calling. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good evening.
You're welcome.
I'm telling my brother, God bless you.
Welcome, sir.
I'm Peter, who you are calling from Satellite.
All right, Peter, please go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Concerning Obi Cubana, you know, once you want to catch a dog, or whether you want to catch a fowl, you throw corn to the fowl. See, there is one thing my brother said there. A businessman has to play business, do business with wisdom. Once you join politics as a businessman, it is a yardstick that they want to pull you out and know the source of your money. Now, then they pull you down. When you listen to an interview with Okada, he said the government never happened to him. But it is the government that granted his business. With Okada Airline, it is government that granted because he entered into them and they entered into him. And with that, he came into his life and destroyed the airline. See, Obi Cubana wouldn't have put himself inside the politics as my brother said. Dangote is a wise man. So, that is why the Igbos, or let me say so, are angry that he brought out himself to become one of them. he can become one of them, but he must have used wisdom, because the Bible said that wisdom is possible to direct. So that is on its own. Coming to obedience. Obedient are people who know what they want. And if anybody comes out and begin to mess up their intentions, they can insult the person because they are tired of what the country is going through. So that is my thing. Bless you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for calling. Hello. Good evening. How are you? Good evening. Hello. If you're calling on WhatsApp, let your internet be okay. Oh, I've picked and your call is to say incoming. It never enter and I don't pick. 08036929933. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are you doing? Get church.
No, I don't inside my shop. Nobody say.
I can hear noise in the background.
Okay, I'm Lambert calling from Molino.
All right, Lambert, please quickly.
Okay, I greet your guest. You are doing a nice job.
Thank you.
Yes, about Obi Cubana taking up the job. You see, there is one thing about you Igbo people. It's unfortunate that when we talk now, we need to talk about where we come from or something like that. Our people are easily caught. These of them are there, all of them are there working for APC, working for Tinubu, but they don't speak to him about the mess they are making with the people. They the social media and destroy their property, and they are very close to him and they are working with him. Are they happy with what they are now, the way they are treating Igbos? That's my question. What is happening? All of them are working for him, and we are being maltreated. We are being sidelined. We are being treated like no human beings. I don't think many of them are going to their side, abandoning their people. It is things like this that make us to be speaking so parochial, so maybe we need to look at ourselves and where we come from, instead of looking at the broader picture. They cannot speak to him about on daily basis, people's property are being destroyed. One of them maybe we are turning out ethnic slaw on their personal angle, and every one of them keep and they feel comfortable. Is that fair? Thank you.
08036929933. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you, sir?
Hear me. Let me just make my say.
What's your name,
good
sir?
Evening, good evening, the analyst, and good evening, Madam Esther.
Good evening,
what
sir.
I just want to say is that you people are doing a good job on this radio, but there's a little disappointment that I want to pick point. I remember that time that price of goods are very, very expensive, and then you people try to make pronouncements here on the radio, and then everybody could see and could hear that things have really gone up. But now that things are now relatively coming down, significantly coming down, you people are not saying anything again, even though if it is political, but still tell us that this is political. But either political or realistic, we are not hearing anything again. But I'm sure that if this thing goes up tomorrow, there will be news everywhere. I'm not saying people are biased, but what I'm just saying is that let's try to balance everything. When we see things,
issues on
let's
government
see it.
Administration is
now that
politics.
Things are relatively coming down in terms of price of things.
Okay. Oga, I think you're misconstruing the concept of the program. What you're speaking on right now is not on politics. And if you have been listening to our program, our news at 12, at our matters in the afternoon, maybe you only focus on the evening rush or maybe some other program. We do street reporting. We take Vox Pop and we report it in our news. So I don't know how often you listen to the radio station or how consistent you are with in listening to the radio station. We cover everything. And I've always told you, we don't have any supposed political leaning. We don't have that, and I don't think Nigeria is even ready for opposition political leaning media outfits. It's only the big wigs that can have their own media outfit in that regard, because you can't even have it here. You know how it goes. Okay, hello, good evening, how are you?
Good evening, how are you?
Can you turn down the volume of your radio, please? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good evening, welcome. What's your name?
Sunday.
Sunday from where?
All
right, Mr. Sunday, please go ahead.
I appreciate all your effort for every message your best.
Thank you.
I think the way out of the betterment of this country. You see, for me, everybody has the meaning of way you think is not safe for other people to think. Like you are following everyone they are planning for that in future this man can do something better for us. They have you to mind. But as only as today, they are just their self-interest. They are not even thinking about the use of this country. They have to make useful to this in this country. So to me that I want people to put it to the right way which everybody will understand, because Obi is person that is a patient person and is just like our past president. Whatever you say about him, you will not say anything, but where is going to focus. So whoever you are supporting, if you have focus on that, don't come to only these things. No, you are distracting other people. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling. All right. 08036929933. 08036929933. And the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756338. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Welcome, sir. What's your name?
I'm Mr. Charles from Dalala.
All right, Mr. Charles, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very, very happy to get you people today.
All
but
right,
I've been trying for a very long time.
Sorry.
I get you over there.
All right.
Yeah. Please, like personally concerning P2B. Is it a must that the P2B is to protect article before article will win election? Because P2B have already done that in 2019. And we see how it goes. Then now, likewise, Mr. Barrister Darlington always criticizing people in terms of he must deputize article. And the people didn't know what he wants. He come out for presidency, not to deputize anybody. And the obedient, the other obedient that people are talking about. Even obedient don't know the numbers of people they have. They have many numbers of people. They don't, including people themselves, don't know the number of obedience. Obedience are millions of people, full all over the whole Nigeria. Likewise, those in North Central. I don't think that PDP will even have any vote there in next election. So when they are talking about people to be deputizing article or what, I don't know how they are saying that kind of thing now that is possible. Because everybody in Nigeria know how anything like that bring in anything that I did it on my own. School fees though, NEPA, every damn thing from A to Z. What am I achieving for Nigeria? So the obedient know exactly what they want. And I beg you, let's say Barrister Darlington, stop criticizing Obi. No, your boss Andrew have supported Obi.
Oh God, thank you very much. Barrister Darlington is not here now, and he's free to criticize if he wants to criticize. You guys, come on. We criticize Tinubu here every blessed day. We criticize Atiku. So if you can criticize Atiku, criticize Tinubu, why can't you criticize Peter Obi? You guys be Oginidi. Wahala yo. Hey. All right, you guys. You can, if for some of you, if you are a qualified nursery teacher, driver, logistics officer, computer teacher, Yoruba teacher, bus minders, playgroup teacher, music teacher, you can send your CV on the WhatsApp. I mean, there are opportunities here for you, even at 7 and 8, a French teacher as well. Remember, I told you that we try to help people on this platform. This 2026, let's see how we can elevate ourselves, provide job opportunities for persons after verifications has been made. This person sent this since 2 or 3 days ago. I had to verify myself before I made this announcement. So it's not as if we're leading anybody to their slaughter. So I had to verify all of this before. So you can send your CVs if you're a teacher, and especially a French teacher, a computer teacher. You're skilled, you have good communication and organizational skills, attention to details, management abilities, all of this. Just send your CVs. Yoruba teacher, playgroup teacher, music teacher, logistics driver, nursery teacher, and I think 2 drivers are needed thereabout. And basically you get an information as to location so you can get yourself well attended to. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello?
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 Hello, can you hear me? Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening. Welcome.
Yes, my name is Blessed. I'm calling from Banana Island.
All right, Blessed.
Please, just don't be annoyed. That man that called just now that food is cheap, that man should not provoke Nigeria. He should let Nigeria be. He should not provoke Nigeria. Honestly, he should let Nigeria be. Go to Underbridge now. Even pregnant women, they are there, no accommodation, begging for ordinary bread. Begging you to buy them bread. The man should not provoke Nigeria because they will swear for him. Honestly.
Thank you very much. I think she's referring to the guy that said
Yes,
we don't report if food has
reporting.
reduced.
I just laugh.
It is well.
It's well.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther. Well done.
Well done, sir. What's your name?
My name is Kaden from Mushi.
KB.
Yep, yes.
Welcome, KB. Please, where are you calling from?
From Lagos.
All right, please go ahead.
All right, sorry. Quick one. The man that was talking from our court.
Yes.
I don't know his name.
Yes.
But he has said a lot of things. But the truth is this, but people don't want to listen to it. It's not about by sentiment or anything. Politics is a game of number. P2B cannot win the election if you don't do the right thing by calling the northerner to the game. No, it's not about, you can have a good mind, we have a lot of politicians around, not even P2B that is very, very qualified to be the president of this country. But the number is the game. Do you understand? That is why everybody is coalition with northerner. See, it's from the southwest here. You can see that there's issue. Can the Igbo, Amechi, or any other people, can they say that okay, to be or Wike to be their president? Do you understand? Because they are the one. If the Igbo can try as much as possible settle the rift, I can see that they can emerge. So that is why you can see Peter Obi is just jumping one way or the other. Why? Because even those people who need him, who should have been stand for him, they are also having an ambition. Do you get? So you can see the example of Kalu and Nnamdi Kanu. If the Igbo can stood on their ground, the man should have been free by now. So that is why you can see
Igboho.
Exactly. But they are the one, they know they don't play the uniform or the coming together as one is not there. You know, the man was saying something that yes, they'll burn down. If you are talking about it, they'll burn down this. Yes. But you can see the game of the Yorubas. You can see this man you see that the game cannot fit in. He joined the game aligned with Tinubu for him to emerge at the second tenor. Look at Adeleke now. It's not about you know the game to you are the best man you are. No, but there's a game of number. You have to fit in. Do you understand? We can go online. We can see so many things. How many people have the voters card? But we come online, you see that yes, Peter will be the best. But when it comes to election, and they come, the youth is not ready. But those man, all these APC, they have been doing their mathematics since 2023 till now. It's not now that we will say the ADC. Take it from me today. If the fatality is saying that Atiku, Peter Obi needs Atiku. Take it or leave it. He needs him because he is the one that can shake APC. Do you understand? Not Peter Obi. Tell me, if Peter Obi is going to align with anybody, take it or leave it. He cannot emerge as the president of this country. It will just be like the deja vu this time of a thing. Do you understand? So the fact is this: get your PVC. These obedient people are alignment. They don't have focus. People have to come down and listen and do the right thing so that they can know that yes, because they are in the minority. So if I may use it, they are not much of the population of this country. Go to the north and they can't shout P2B. Do you understand what I'm saying? All these Kakwanso can move the motion. All this what is it called? Even this Tambua They can move it. They can even come out and win. What is it called, Peter Obi, because of they have the numbers. So this is it. If you don't play your game well, you just say that you are just running about. You will just be going up and down. He needs Atiku and they need to. But the question is this: Atiku cannot deputize with anybody.
Okay, all right.
Cannot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, 080369299. Hello. Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Good evening. I'm coming from Lagos. My name is Simon.
Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Esther.
Sir?
I really like what you are doing. The first time you acted as if you are a member of ADC. Sometimes the way you take your food from you acted like that, but you are not so that you acted. I want to tell them that yes, Tony.
Mr. Tony Bata.
Please Tony Bata, listen to me. I don't like Saudi. I like Saudi as my own. If Nigeria is a very good country, vote counted. Saudi will come out. People will vote for Saudi, and the result will come out. But Tony Bata from every state, Tony Bata will be telling us if it is not Saudi, let us vote for people. You know that this government, I don't like the way to get this competition, power. When they say power is not the thing. You can't give somebody power. You must fight for it. Even when you are going to school, you have to impact. You must pass your impact before they promote you to another class. Make Peter Obi go for test with the Atiku. If Atiku fail, Peter Obi come fine. But if you tell me that they will just put Peter Obi go, it is the son of his heart. Show me the law. Show me the law that says that it is only the South. This time is South. Show me that law. I don't like this kind of a video. Let me lose. Calm down. All this pride. If it is not, I don't like it. It is a competition. You understand me?
Okay, thank you very much. And it's not just the Igbos that are saying Peter Obi or nothing. It's the obedient movement comprising of, different regions, different zones, different ethnic groups. He says, where is the law? Omoto show me the law. That was what came to my head when he said that.
The man called my name, and I've clarified myself. I said, and I know that there was no constitutional provision that says power should rotate from north and south, but they have a gentleman agreement, and that Atiku should respect this, and we should not be saying if not the north you can't win. No section of this country can win Nigerian presidency except other region will come. And Tinubu, Buhari just finished 8 years. They should allow the South to finish their own 8 years, whether Tinubu or Peter Obi. That's what I'm saying. That's my point of argument.
Okay.
So they should. People should stop misquoting me.
I know you want to go. Esther, please tell that man that said food items come to stop saying that immediately. I don't like that talk. Let him not say that again on the national radio. You should not try it. Don't try it. Oh, we'll go from January. All right, to God, don't hear you. See emphasis. Good evening, Esther. Food is cheap, is only Gary. What of accommodations? What of transportation? Or is it only Gary we should all be drinking every time they're attacking obedience? Who has ever criticized Oluomo upon all their attacks on Igbo people in Lagos? Answer now from Christy. For Obi Cubana, he has collected his own share of the national cake. Leave matter All right. Good evening, Esther. Please, whenever I hear the Southwest to start criticizing or misleading the citizenry about Peter Obi or the East and not understanding politics, I always laugh because I expect them to hide that they do not understand leadership in the country. See the mess that the APC has put the entire country now, meaning that they don't understand politics except wrongdoing. All right. This person says, okay. Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, sir. Turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I kept him on send. Hello, sir. Please
yes, sir,
go
good
ahead.
Evening.
What's your name, sir?
Mr. Tenimbata. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I believe you can hear me.
Yes, very well. I can hear you.
All right. Esther, the particular young man that called before the last caller that said Atiku cannot deputize anybody. That's how he put it.
Yeah.
But when Obi then say that Obi cannot be a VP to anybody, all of them will come backing, ranting, shouting,
no, sir,
screaming.
But legally,
look
constitutionally, Atiku cannot deputize anybody. He can't deputize. He can't play the role of VP anymore.
His own contribution that Atiku cannot be or deputize anybody.
Yes, he can't. Constitutionally, he can't anymore.
Well, Esther, you see, one thing I've always wanted us to ask ourselves is this: what exactly do we want? What exactly are we expecting from the leaders, not rulers and not just politicians? What is our expectations from them?
Okay.
Those things, those people are denying us the basic necessities. Somebody called the other time from France and begin to itemize the benefit of a French citizen. That when somebody is out of job in France, the person is entitled to $1,200 a month. Somebody is out that does not have job. When a child is giving birth to, that child is entitled to €300 every month for coming to this planet Earth. When
okay. Hello, sorry. This person says, hello Esther, ADC is playing with fire. If Peter Obi cannot win election, is it Atiku who has been losing elections since the creation of Nigeria that would now win election, right? I wish ADC well if they choose Atiku as their flag bearer in 2027. The last caller who called, Atiku cannot deputize for anyone. That is constitutionally. He has done that already for 8 years. So he's attaining the highest office in the land, and that's to become that's become president. But he can't deputize for anybody. This person says, now wow, Esther, pick my call. What was all this? What's your name? Eh? Who you be? Who be you? Who is this you? Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello.
Hello, good evening, Esther.
Good evening. Now you send message. Now, say make I pick your call.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me. My name is Ejike. I'm calling from Ikosu.
Ejike, welcome. How are you, Ejike?
Yeah, please, I just want to chip into the topic. Basically to your guest.
Okay.
Because you guys call him honorable. I don't see anything honorable on it.
Why?
Or let it be. So he's talking about Igbo criticizing Obi Cubana and making a reference to the Elon Musk supporting Trump. Yes. Please, can I ask him, is there any place or any state in United States being marginalized where Igbo are being marginalized and treated the way they treated in this country? This is my question to him. So you see what you cannot support the people who inflicted pain to you and accept people to be happy and just keep calm and you tell it is a politics. Have Yoruba people been marginalized? The answer is no. Have Hausa people been marginalized? The answer is no. So if you see the worst part of it is seeing the people that come from the same region you are coming from and supporting people who inflicted pain to you. If he betrayed, that is why you see many people attacking him. No, it is me. I'm basically in support of those people who are criticizing because it's not good. You cannot be supporting people who are inflicting pain on you. So that is why I don't see anything. If they say that Igbo cannot be able to rule Nigeria, then let us go. That is what I stand for. I don't stand for this year election of P2B or anybody else. I stand for the equal rights. Let's first of all do referendum. Okay. If they do referendum and we decided to be together.
Okay, you can do that with the National Assembly. Actually, write a petition. Let your senators, House of Rep members, put that together, present it at the National Assembly that you want a referendum, and let's see how it goes. Remember, it's not allowed in the Constitution, but it could be part of the constitutional reform, right? If that was included, then fine, to be done that way. This person says, Esther, please help me ask Tony Bata to tell me how much is dollar to naira currently. Ugo from Yanwuru. Then the one calling that you're not picking, please kindly pick it. Let me say my opinion. Somebody was on the call when you were calling then at the time. Good evening, Esther. I'm Audu from Cement. Mr. Mbata is always biased in his argument, especially when Obi's name is mentioned. The post of the president is not a child's play and needs a lot of hard work and strategic planning and thinking. Without thinking with the north and the south, Obi is going nowhere. Igbos talk but don't vote and come back to blame the process. I campaigned and voted for Obi in 2023 but was disappointed when almost all the Igbos in my office did not go out to vote. Mr. Mbata, you are not making any point by saying if Obi did not get the ticket to vote for Tinubu. Are you serious at all? Okay. All right, I don't hear you. Good evening, Esther. Until rice comes down to 8,000 and other items same way they were when Jonathan was leading, then things have not come down. From Madam Florence. Cure ED Bagam. Good evening, Esther and the able analyst. For ADC to be relevant to the Nigerian political scene and for Atiku to be Nigeria's president, he should respect gentleman agreement that be in existence for years. Atiku refuses to strategize politically like Tinubu. Tinubu built men politically with his money across the country, while Atiku believes in spending money to twist the gentleman's agreement of rotation. Wow. Good evening, Esther. Thank you. Good evening to you. Kindly pay no attention to the caller who just called to lie about price of food items. By the tone of their messages, we know them on radio and where they pitch their tent. As for Atiku and Obi, may sense fall on them both during the primaries. May the blunders of the past not come up again. A concerned statesman. All right. AB says, Esther, are you guys reaching? No. So the other guy did not come around today, so I decided to use his time. AB, yes, that's basically what happened. Good evening, laugh out loud. But to be able to make Wike relevant as needed, so I feel Peter Obi's weight must not be wasted. It must be added to the acclaimed win, the so-called APC, or the acclaimed is defined as former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Okay, Tochukwu, I don't understand what you wrote. Esther, you're not reading my messages. Okay, all right, sorry. Esther, why is Mr. Tony defending the indefensible? Who do not know the character of the obedient movement? Esther, was it not on this station that this same unruly movement that insulted and even threatened Barcelona to the extent that he vowed not to talk about Peter Obi? So what's Mr. Tony Bata saying? All right, okay, Mr. Tony Bata, you said you're defending that your defense is not holding water.
Is that what you think?
That's what he's
that
saying.
Person don't understand politics because what I said in politics they will use everything to achieve a goal to make sure they weaken the opposition or the ruling party. Is a natural thing in politics.
Okay. All right. Okay. I would like to take your final take this evening. My name is Comfort from Isolo. Please don't listen to voices pushing you to stand alone in 2027. For the sake of Nigeria, consider joining forces with Atiku and other opposition leaders. Unity is the only way to defeat APC and stop the marginalization. Comfort from Isolo. Wow. A lot of you. Esther, good evening. Please let Obi deputize Atiku. That's the only way he can work because Obi can APC Godwin from Dokbemu. Good evening in the studio. They took away subsidy because of corruption and used it to fund another corruption instead of tackling the corruption around subsidy. They embezzled junk of money and let us divided with the scraps left. Come 2027, we all need to come together to vote out this APC. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Tony. Esther, can you clearly explain the source of the huge sums of money being handed to opposition governors immediately after they defected to the APC? Is this public money, tax revenue, or simply state capture disguised as politics? Nigerians deserve answers. Emmanuel from Lagos. All right, Emmanuel. Good evening, Esther. My question is, how long will your radio station interfere with another radio station? Because I cannot hear from you people clearly. Sorry. We have notified the engineers to help us track that. So apologies. Where is your location, please? Kindly let me know where you reside, where that interference is. You're experiencing that interference, please. Thank you very much. All right, please, Honorable, what's your final take? I know you have tried today.
Okay, I just want to clarify my stand on Obi Cubana. What I'm saying is this. We are practicing democracy. I'm for Obi, I'm for Atiku, you are for Tinubu. But the fact is, Obi Cubana has his right to his freedom to association. He can belong to anywhere. We shouldn't, though we can criticize him if we don't align with him, but attacking him and insulting him and seeing him as he has betrayed the cause or he has betrayed his tribal identity is wrong. He's free. If he decides to you want to be the face or the coordinator for something in the Southeast, let him be. We can't all, like the Yoruba used to say, we can't all sleep and our heads are pointing in the same direction. All right. So we can't see everything the same way.
All right.
So that's just it.
Thank you very much. Good evening, VOP. APC has planted confusion in ADC. They must gather themselves together and be reasonable. Otherwise, I laugh, they will lose willfully. You cannot force someone on the group. It's totally wrong. Go for primary. If ADC could be so experienced and calculative, they will know that APC has planted confusion in their party. I am Gideon. Be careful, be very careful. When is Trump coming back? Gideon, you're asking me. I don't know when Trump is coming back. And then see his messages. Esther, for a long time you've not been reading my messages. What's going on? And then he goes, Esther, you are biased. It's unfortunate. You're one of the unruly people. God, there are so many messages. I read at random, you guys. Don't take it personal. All right, don't take it personal. Okay. Mr. Tony Bata, please, your final take.
My final take is that we will make sure that our vote counts this time. We must make sure that INEC and some of those professors that will rig election should not be allowed.
All right.
And Nigerians should come out and vote.
Okay.
Nobody should be afraid because the terrain of this 2027 election is open for anybody to win.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Tony Mbata. And a couple of you sending messages. Some people are saying Peter Obi should please try and deputize Atiku. Some people say no, it is the time of the South and Peter Obi and all whatnot. Okay, when you do your primary, I would love to know your presidential candidate, Honorable. We're starting off a political program from next month, so I will be inviting you more often. Okay. We're bringing in different political party affiliates and their supporters. They need to tell us the policies and principles of their principal and their party, and how whatever it is their party has can actually upstage that of the APC. Okay. Some people say the APC have good policies on paper, but the reflection is what is the problem, and the kind of persons they put in charge to reflect those policies is also their problem. So how do you think your party or your principal can do better than what the APC is currently doing? And then, pick holes and we'll balance the conversation. So we'll be doing that. Like I said, this is a political season. We're having that conversation. All right. My name is Esther Wachuku. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being part of the conversation this evening. I would implore some of you, by tomorrow, I think I should see a couple of your CVs. Let's help each other. I've told you, let's try as much as possible to help each other. Send your CVs. There are some very beautiful Nigerians are sending job opportunities here. I will send it to you, so you just apply, and God knows you could be very lucky to be admitted. For a couple of you saying there are no jobs, a couple of persons are sending now. It's all about getting the right plug and the right information. So please kindly send your CVs, and then by tomorrow I'll just flood you guys with, Do have yourselves a wonderful evening. Bye for now.